we need your support by getting the products at InfoWarsLife.com. The Super Blue fluoride-free toothpaste is back in stock. Super Blue contains natural oils and ingredients used since biblical times to help wipe out bad bacteria and eliminate bad breath. That's another thing about this toothpaste. It foams up. It's not weak and watery like a lot of these fluoride-free toothpastes. It actually works, and by getting it, you support this broadcast. It is available for a limited time only. We sold out quickly before. It's now back in stock at InfoWarsStore.com, where you can also get auto ship. Again, save the hassle of having to constantly go back and reorder your product by selecting the auto ship option. We'll give you free shipping on all orders above $50 and 10% off your order. Also, guaranteed delivery on out-of-stock products that are on your auto ship list. That is all available at InfoWarsLife.com. It's more than important than ever to support us by getting the products at InfoWarsLife.com and InfoWarsStore.com. Now, J.K. Rowling, the net worth $1 billion Harry Potter author, continually lectures everybody in the United Kingdom about how we need to take in more refugees. Of course, we already take in net 300,000 immigrants every single year in a tiny island country with a population of about 65 million. But no, that's not enough. We need to take in more. Problem with that is that there's a chronic housing shortage in the United Kingdom. Literally, nobody can afford to buy a house. They have to build hundreds of thousands of new houses every year simply to try and keep up with the demand, and it's not enough. There's a dire housing shortage. So she says we need to take in more refugees, more migrants. Well, that's fine, J.K. Rowling, but you need to put your money where your mouth is. Now, if you look at J.K. Rowling's history, again, net worth $1 billion, she bought a house and then she bulldozed. She flattened the $1 million worth house next door. What did she do? Did she build a migrant center, a little refugee camp on there? No, she did it to extend her garden. Okay, so now Mike Cernovich, who's been on this show, has offered to pay the cost of up to 100 migrants, refugees, the plane cost, so they can travel to the United Kingdom and be housed in J.K. Rowling's many mansions where she has many spare bedrooms. Is she going to take up the offer? Well, I wonder. You know, are people like Gary Lineker, again, a famous TV host, vastly wealthy, continually virtue signals about accepting Syrian refugees, has accepted precisely zero himself. Bob Geldof, vastly wealthy musician, virtue signaled about taking in Syrian refugee families. 2 years later, he's taken in precisely zero. Lily Allen, virtue signals about how the UK must take in more Syrian migrants, children, even though they look literally 40 years old when they arrive, but we're told they're children. She virtue signals about it, calls anyone who disagrees with her a racist. Where does Lily Allen live? Oh, she lives in the Cotswolds, one of the wealthiest, whitest areas of Britain. And it's always the same way. These people never have to deal with the effects of mass immigration themselves. That's always left to the poor working class peasants, while they virtue signal to us from their ivory towers about how we're mean and racist for not allowing in more refugees, while they just sit back and tweet about it. Well, J.K. Rowling, I think it's time that you put your money where your mouth is, that you actually stood up for your principles and accepted housing of Syrian refugees.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and say, see, I told you so, that communist Chinese-style net censorship was coming to the web, because it's already here. It's being announced. The way you keep the internet open and free is you get involved more than ever. Go to Infowars.com/app. A new battleship in the fight. Infowars Live, available right now. We're looking for a crew to man it. You going to sit down and play games and be a trendy? Or are you going to be part of history? Don't sit by and let the internet and free speech be stolen from you. Take action.